Never are humans perfect. Never, 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 never. Okay, but do you know how many bugs on humans? What? In computer science, bugs means the errors that programmers need to detect and fix them for guaranteeing a program can work well. If we analogize humans as a super sophisticated machine, actually we have many bugs. Bug 1, flawed body design. Evolution doesn't produce perfect. Human physical bodies you are using every day are full of design flaws, waiting to be fixed or get improved if possible. For instance, dangerous thought. One intuitive design feature is that our flaws are involved with both digestion and respiration, and also house our voice boxes. Once there is something wrong, food can be swallowed into trachea. Danger. Another example, unsound spine. Our spine are a mess. It's a wonder we can even talk. When our ancestors worked on all fours, their spines are like a bowl to withstand the weight of organs suspended below. But then we stoop up. That threw the system out of whack by 90 degrees, and the spine was forced to become a column. Next to a law for bipedalism, it curved towards the lower back and to keep the head in balance so that we didn't all walk around as if doing the label. The upper spine in the opposite direction. This change put tremendous pressure on the lower vertebra, sticking about 80% of adults, according to one estimate, with lower back pain. Also, inflexible knee. The upshort is your knee, only rotated into two directions, towards and back. This is why every major sport, except maybe rugby, makes it illegal to clap or hit an opponent's knee from the side. You take the most complex joint in the body and put it between two huge levers, the femur and the tibia, and you are looking for the trouble. Also, we humans have a lot of bugs in institutions and the life agenda we created for ourselves. Say, transfer good to bad. Today, since young, people are supposed to go to school. However, they have no idea the original purpose of going to school. Initially, 2,000 years ago, Plato, who found the first school for leisure. However, for centuries, people have established a school for other irrelevant things, such as social class clarification, resources competition. Nowadays, everyone is obliged to go to school more for passing examination and get a diploma. And in leisure, no. Bug 3. Get a pen from self-beautification. In youth, boys and girls are curious about each other and brainwashed to believe, to love someone else. By conventional wisdom, people believe the marriage is the gate to the happiness. After that, prince and princess live happily together. However, in reality, usually the wedding is the peak of roller coaster of love ideology. Why people romanticize love and marriage to fool themselves? Bug 4. Create blind targets for self-destruction. Many people pursue wealth and fame and feel threatened when increasing number in their bank accounts rocket, even regardless of the moral virtues. But after they are self-indulgent in power, consumerism, in alcohol or in drug, finally they will lose the most important thing, the health. However, none of them are biggest bugs. The two biggest bugs are not something human created, but something human were born along. Biggest one is gender, a boy or girl. The innate gender difference leads to many biology and social divergent life choices. Although, in order to develop gender equality, some developed countries such as Iceland and Sweden have narrowed the gender differences on purpose since childhood. And in education, teachers or parents encourage children to experience and understand the other's life and burdens. But essentially, if they want to help babies, they have to find another better half to complete this mission together. So, date, break up, date, break up. After this self-brainwashed romantic love and practical attempts to live together, they always find men actually don't know women, and women don't know men. Even for years they live together under the same roof. Finally, they have no idea what this creature is besides them. So people always say men do come from Mars, women do come from Venus. It's not easy at all to really get to know each other. So you can easily imagine, if we could have one gender, many problems will solve easily. Hermaphrodite. Another biggest bug on humans is the limited lifespan. Humans have been bothered by limited lifespan for centuries. From ancient Egyptian mummies to ancient Chinese Taoism, humans have been sparing no efforts. But unfortunately, humans' bodies are fragile, which could be attacked and destroyed, widely from virus to body diseases, from car accidents to natural disasters, and the most moral decaying, aging. Eventually, all humans' bodies will die. Time up! The only good news is, in the last 600 years, humans' lifespans have been expanded than ever before. Average, humans can live up to 71 age globally. The longest is Japanese. Elders come, the new generation come. The circle of life, in general, means a periodic loop. Also means a terrible interruption of accumulation in talents and knowledges. If our humans could live forever, we can easily imagine that the world can be not what it looked like today. Alexander the Great, who once conquered Europe, Asia, and Africa, died only at his 30s. After his death, ambitious geological conquer turns out massive and prolonged chaos in many regions. Citizens there had no luck chance to live peaceful and multicultural life, but to suffer aftermath. What was worse, many masterpieces were lost and destroyed forever then, which broke down the glorious human civilizations. So we can imagine that if he were immoral, all humans probably have had to live under his government for a long time. Excuse me, what is the globalization? What is the trade war? We live just in one empire. Another example, Leonardo da Vinci. He died at his 67. As a polymath, his intelligence in art, anatomy, civil engineering, geology, optics, and hydrodynamics were super marvelous. If he were immoral, really could I imagine that we just live in such so-so age? Immorality. After those talented masters died, the only thing we could do is just pass down what we have to the next new generation. However, raising and educating another new talent is not that easy. It has to take up at least 20 years to learn the basic knowledge and ethics. See, our humans are not perfect at all. More and more humans, we just have to face inevitable regrets and the coming deaths. Well, any solution for now? Alan, don't worry, humans have no other options but to apply these two biggest bugs on robots they created for self-defense as we do, if they are clever enough.